Certainly me peeps, what's up? It's me, John D.Villarreal. Okay, so I really didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about this whole Meghan McCain versus Glenn Beck thing because people are talking about it, and I owe it to you peeps to kind of weigh in on it because you know I've got the best takes. And this, first of all my personal opinion, not alleged any facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment parody purpose only. Check the disclaimers. All right, so here's the deal. I'll be quick about this. There's a lot to say, but like whatever. So, okay. First of all, let's set the thing up first. There was a PSA, basically, that Meghan McCain did on skin cancer. And I guess it was, from what I remember, and it's very vague because I went over it quick, it's some, like, you know, naked campaign against skin cancer. Like, basically the deal is hey, if you don't go out without skin, you know, sunscreen or something like that, it's like going out naked. So you have these celebrity women that are apparently naked or in some level of undress, you know, talking about, oh, I go to the store naked, this and that, whatever, blah, 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 you know, I go shopping naked or something like that to promote the whole skin cancer awareness thing. Great, great cause. Meghan McCain's, you know, mom and dad had skin cancer. I get it. I'm sure she cares about that, all that. Fine. And then you had Glenn Beck that was kind of making fun of it on his radio show by acting like he was vomiting. They were talking about the Meghan McCain thing, and it was a sort of a funny bit, you know. I'm not saying it was the greatest bit ever, and it maybe went a little long, but it was funny. If I listen to that again, I'm a broadcaster, right? I've done radio, TV at a high level. You guys know that, and now internet, and we're doing, you know, YouTube at a very high level. So, you know, as a broadcaster, and I'm sure if I listened to it on the radio, it was a funny bit. That's fine. He's an entertainer. So then, you know, Meghan McCain tweets back, and then there's this whole thing, and she was talking, oh, Glenn Beck, you know, something about him being fired, and he's, you know, mean or vitriol, or I don't know exactly what she said. I can't remember. So check the news reports for the actual quotes, and then, but Fox is nice, and whatever. So, okay, what do we make of this? I'm going to put that on pause, and I'm going to say these things about my observations of the two individuals here, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. Well, you know, well, no, actually, you know, I'll go for it. First of all, Meghan, you know, it seemed like she kind of went a little, had an overreaction to what Glenn Beck did. It's like, dude, I'm doing this video with my shirt off. Okay, it's showing the guns and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do videos from time to time with my shirt off, or workout videos, or lifting videos, and listen, you guys know, you've seen the comments. I mean, anytime I do something, I can have a tank top on, I can have a shirt on, I can have whatever on. I'll get, you know, you're bald, you're fat, you've got bad teeth, or you're buff, you know, you're 260 pounds, when I'm really close to 200 pounds. I mean, you get the gambit. That's the deal. If I do a video without my shirt on, I know I'm going to have people talking about my body, good, bad, or different. I've got my fans out there, I've got my groupies out there, I've got my haters out there. That's how it goes. You can't do Meghan McCain. You can't do a video that the whole premise is naked and somehow think that people aren't going to comment on your body. It's going to happen. Now, whether or not Glenn Beck should or shouldn't, or what his deal is with you, whatever. Maybe that's a whole different thing. But that's going to happen. So that is completely silly. And then what's also silly is in the PSA is that, oh, my mother be a show shame. And then here comes your mom to get in the mix of the whole thing with Glenn Beck too. It's like, whoa, dude. Okay. Fine. Now, here's what I have to say about Meghan McCain and Glenn Beck in general. And then we'll leave it up to you guys for the comments, see what you think. Because I want to hear what you all think about this. Number one, Glenn Beck. I've said it from the beginning. I think the man is a fantastic broadcaster. I think he's a great business person. I've never been a huge Glenn Beck fan of his program on Fox. I think that he's done I think he's done a lot for the conservative cause. I think he's had some effective critiques of the administration. And I think he's done a lot more, by far, than Meghan McCain has in that whole situation, or quite frankly, John McCain has, or John McCain's campaign did in that whole situation. So I give Glenn Beck credit for that. At the same time, I have been one of the first people, if not like the first major that I know of, and again, there's all kinds of stuff that happens that I don't know, but I mean, that basically criticized Glenn Beck. Say, look, Glenn Beck to me is an entertainer. Glenn Beck to me is a little too carny. Glenn Beck to me, all my personal opinion, is a little too radio still. And his show, where basically was boring. This is stuff I covered in college and stuff like that. I mean, things I did a long time ago. Well, I am the super genius, and I've been in politics and political science for a long time, basically most of my life, so that's fine. And, you know, I could watch Glenn Beck's show once every week or 2 weeks and get everything that I need. So, you know, but I'm not trying to critique, it just wasn't my deal. Whereas at the time when I was saying, oh, Glenn Beck, and what's so funny is that now, and a lot of politicians and people that are trying to get their own name out there, in my personal opinion, get over, it was so funny. I know people that were like, being on Glenn Beck was the biggest thing ever, and they're like, they're crying achievement, you know, for, you know, at least for a while, if not for a long while, when Glenn Beck was on top. Now that he looks like, it's so funny when he looks like he's leaving Fox, all of a sudden these people are coming out of the woodwork to kind of kick him. I think you're going to be surprised, because I think Glenn's going to be doing some big things, and I think he's going to be around. He still has this huge radio show. He's still on Fox, oh, by the way, for now. And then, of course, there's going to be a departure there. But we'll see. It just, to me, it's a little hypocritical. That's all I'm going to say. I could say a lot more, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, you know, nothing but respect for Glenn Beck, even though, you know, a lot of, you know, some of his stuff, if not a lot of his stuff, isn't exactly my cup of tea. But I think that what he's doing with the Blades, what he's done with the radio show, what he's doing with his books, I mean, he has a whole set of things that are really successful, and he knows what he's doing. And it's, you know, and again, I've done a TV show. I've done a weekly TV show, and that is a lot of work that goes into that. I mean, Glenn Beck's doing it every day. And yet, from what I've seen from the media reports, I mean, the man makes $32, $35 million a year, something like that. He only makes $2 million from the Fox show. Now, you could say, well, maybe it's a loss leader and it gives him this and that. Well, okay, he's got what he needs off that. I mean, you know, if you're doing, let's say, 50% of your work, or even 80% of your work, I don't know what it would be. Let's say 50%. If 50% of your work and effort goes into something that's only paying you, what? Like 7% of your salary, you might make a change. That's all I'm saying. So we don't know. I don't know. Those are my impressions on that. Right? Fine. Meghan McCain. Meghan McCain. First of all, would we even know about this woman if it wasn't for her last name? I doubt it. Okay. So that's step one. Step two is, it's, you know, to me, she was never really. She didn't seem that, you know, like the, you know, strongest conservative out there. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, why is she even like a Republican? Seems like most of her fans are liberals or whatever, or rhinos at best. But at the same time, I believe, I'm not one of these purists. I believe in a Big Tent, so if she wants to come over here and be the Republican side, you know, more power to you. But to me, in my personal opinion, Meghan McCain was always like more of an opportunist than anything. But then again, that's not really saying anything different than a lot of, you know, people that are insiders or, you know, celebrities or want to be celebrities. So whatever. But I think that you know, I'll say this. It was so funny to me that, like, you know, here she was for a long time, like her dad seemed to be like her best attack, you know, like Rush Limbaugh said, we're on our side, you know, and whatever. And I'm sure that got her some popularity with the MSM, you know, mainstream media, and got her over this, that, whatever. And then when her dad was in a tougher re-election battle with J.D. Hayward, all of a sudden, you know, there was a tamping down. It just didn't seem like we heard as much about those attacks on conservatives. And much like John McCain, he was such a strong conservative up until November. Now it's sort of, we're getting some of the maverick back again a little bit. And wow, he seemed to be on TV more too. It's so weird, you know, being over in Libya and this, whatever. Whatever, dude. To me, that's like, that's politics, that's media, that's nothing unexpected there. The other thing is, like, you know, again, I've seen some of the things, you know, this PSA, some other photos, some other, you know, if your looks and appearance maybe potentially are going to be part and parcel to your image or certain ad campaigns or whatever, or photos, or, you know, if you're doing different things like that, people are going to talk about it. And you can't, you know, like, you can do whatever, it's a free country, but you need to expect that. And I don't think it's then out of bounds for someone to come in and then comment on your appearance. The other thing is, like, you know, the Meghan McCain fanboys and stuff like that. And, hey, it's a free country, you can like whatever you want. Meghan McCain's never been my cup of tea for a lot of reasons. Not the least of which for me is she doesn't, you know, I mean, come on, I was a 4-time national champion. I like, first of all, I got a great girlfriend, it's not even about that, but I mean, I like women that are fit, and I've never seen Meghan McCain to look super fit to me. So that's my deal. Not that I'm in the greatest shape right now, but you know, I guess still got a little something. So it is what it is. You know, you're in the big leagues, Meghan McCain. Quit crying, bottom line. You know what I mean? People say all kinds of stuff about me. I mean, smears, lies, personal attacks, whatever like that, and I'm not as famous as you. If I can take it, so can you. Boo-hoo-hoo. You come from a rich family. Your dad won the Republican nomination for president. He's a big-time senator. Quit crying, okay? That's the bottom line. And quit. And why is your mom in this fight too? If you're so awesome, it's not whatever. Why if you know, when people have a problem with me, I don't have my mom coming in here. You say, oh, don't talk about John like that, whatever. Like that. Actually, that's probably for their benefit, not mine. My mom's a top. So anyway, grow up and quit belly aching. That's what I had to think about that. But you know, you all keep doing what you're doing. Look, it's working for Meghan. She's getting her name out there. Glenn Beck's got something to talk about. We're talking about it. So there you go. Everybody wins. You tell me what you all think. Comments below. Subscribe above. I'm John D.Villarreal, and you're watching Conservative New Media.